Let's start with you. We were going to talk a little bit about, since it seems like all these sports networks, and man, do I feel for the sports talk show hosts that are going 3 hours every day with nothing new to talk about. But there's a lot of repeat business being offered on television. If you had your choice of anything to see again, what would you like to see?
Young version of me would see the 86 Mets, Game 6. I'm sorry, Bill, I'm sorry. It's against your Boston Red Sox. I'm sorry.
Was it? I don't recall that game.
I know. I would purge it from my memory too. If I had a chance to win the World Series 2 games into the Game 6 and Game 7, that would be the one for the young version of me. As I got a little bit older, the Super Bowl for the New York Football Giants, 2008, then again in 2012. And as you well know, because I don't want to upset Duffy, I left the year 1991 out. Purged it from my memory. I would never bring that up. Wide right. Oops.
Hey, do your kids know that you're using their Halo headset while we're doing a live television show here, or why are you going to be so mean about everything all the time?
Yeah, well, actually, my son sold it to me, so now I have to. But those would be the ones. College basketball, I would have to go Villanova, North Carolina in 2016. Buzzer beater 3 to win the national championship. Those would be the games I'd watch all over again.
Pat, I'm guessing that wide right's not on your list.
No, and Tariq is now off my list forever as well.
Till next week.
The game I want to see over again, it's strictly a personal thing because of the insanity it took for me to be there. I think it was 07-08 American League Championship Series. It was a Game 5, Oakland Athletics versus Detroit Tigers. My dad and I had gone to Detroit to watch the Bills play the Lions on Sunday. Saturday night, the game was happening, and we just happened to be there, and we tried to scout tickets. We couldn't find them anywhere. They were out of this world expensive. So we thought, hey, why don't we just walk down by the ballpark, see what happens? A cabbie sells a standing room only tickets for $100 each, which was insanely low for what they were going for. And we made him wait while my dad got through and I waited on the other side where I could pay him to make sure they were real. Long story short, the game goes into extra innings, and Magglio Ordonez hits a walk-off series-clinching home run to send the Tigers to the World Series. It was insanity. Concerts in the streets, cars getting flipped over. It was the greatest sporting event I've ever been to. I cared nothing about the Detroit Tigers, but I had been waiting literally hours to see that team in the World Series, so it was very satisfactory for me.
Man, that's tremendous. You know, mine doesn't have a personal recollection like this because actually it took place before even I was born, which means there is like next to no record of it. But I would have liked to have seen what that Rochester Royals looked like in 1951 when they won the NBA championship. You know, set shots. And Tariq, it's funny, you know, I put 24 hours between the time where I decided that that's the game that I wanted to see, and then thinking about asking you if there's any matter of offense taken because this is a pre-integrated NBA game. I mean, how much does that factor into the fact it's historically relevant? Rochester won the 1951 NBA championship. They had 3 Hall of Famers on the court. But how relevant is it to you as, you know, kind of a spokesman at WDKX and all? Does that offend you at all?
It does, because you're not putting the best athletes. What I love about sports now is you're putting the best athletes at the number one level, the 1% taking on the 1%. That at that time, because of the way the country was run, because of the way people's mindsets were set, there was the feeling as if those athletes couldn't exist past one race. And I think that's what's so frustrating about it. Now that we've got more of an open mind and understanding that athletes are everywhere, they come from all shapes and sizes, every background, every part of the world. You didn't know at that time, because we didn't have so much social media or any other form of understanding anybody who could play this sport, and it wasn't open to everybody on a professional level. You could not have known how great other players could have been. There was just a theory until those barriers are broken, and then we're all playing basketball and we just want to see the best players. So, you know, it's a different mindset then. But yeah, of course, I'm sure there were some excellent athletes that never got a chance just because of their race. And that's what robs everyone of what greatness is.